The following year, in February, myself and Brent, we went back to Namibia for a couple of weeks. February is super hot in Namibia, I must say. We stayed at this guest house, and Brent insisted that it's not far and we should just walk to the office where the training was. Let me just tell you, I only walked for that one day. And after that, I told him, no, we are getting in a taxi, we are finding a cab, we are finding something that's got aircon in to get us to the venue because it's quite hilly. Like, yeah. And we didn't really know our way around, so we got lost, like turned down few roads, like walking. And of course, walking with our laptop bags. Day one, we were walking with our stationery. And Brent was like convinced, no, we got this. We know where to go. Christian drove us the day before, so we should be able to follow the route. Oh my goodness, I was so hot when I got there. I was hot, I was bothered. I was like, never again am I walking this hill. Anyway, so yeah, that was the start of the first day of training. They did their own recruitment, so we didn't know any of the students. And of course, here, Brent and I were from Cape Town, meeting this amazing group of individuals that you can see in the picture. There's a couple of them, and Emily is here somewhere. I wish I highlighted her face or put a heart around her, but she's definitely there. A young 18-year-old. I don't know if you were 19 by then already, but yeah, definitely 18 or 19. And we thought, let's do social media training. That was a buzzword at the time. Everybody's talking about the World Wide Web. We've been doing this kind of training back home at RLabs called Social Media for Social Change, and teaching people about blogging, about all the social networks. So it's Twitter, it's Facebook. That time Instagram was definitely not around, but it was like getting people to a place like you have a voice, you have a digital voice. When you're online and on this World Wide Web, nobody cares how much money you have, what your grades were, what color you are, like what class you are. Nobody cares about that. All people cares, are you adding value? And that for us really made this internet and the World Wide Web a powerful tool, because now there were no barriers. Nothing stopped you from adding value to the World Wide Web. Nothing stopped you from having a voice, right? And getting a digital voice. Yeah, and these were like always the talks that we would have, that you can introduce people to this whole other world. They might not leave the environment, like, I don't know, for 5 kilometers or something. But the minute you get online, you can go anywhere in the world. Like Google is like the best thing that happened, right? You can go find a place, Google Maps, Google, whatever. Um, yeah, it just broadens your mind. And so we decided we're going to do the social media training with this group of individuals. And it was really amazing because they were young. At the same time, for us, it was our first time actually doing training in Namibia with a new partner, and just trying to figure out, okay, so how would this work? I'm thinking, okay, so if we do the training, what happens afterwards? Are we training people enough that they'll be able to continue with the training? Because that's always our goal, right? Sustainability. Something needs to continue after you leave, or you need to leave people with enough that they're equipped enough to turn it into something else that could actually work. So you'll see on the picture on the right hand side, there's 4 individuals standing, and he's a young man. His name is Harry. He's wearing dark shades. He's visually impaired. So he was the first gentleman we trained that could not see, right? So when you're talking about training somebody on Blogger, first Gmail and on Blogger, and this guy comes with his laptop, and his laptop speaks to him, right? Because he's got some software on there that tells him what he's typing. And Harry is the most determined person I've ever met in my whole life. And he was like, because we were like, how are we going to teach social media? Because we have a screen up that's got the presentations, and there's all these tasks and things that you're supposed to do. And Harry was like, you know what? I got this. I'm not giving up. I'm here. And you are going to teach me. And yeah, and his computer had Internet Explorer on. And when the lady that speaks back at him, when he types in something and when he had to put his password in, it just said star, star, star. We realized, no, we need to help him to get something else that can actually read the passwords back. And it just made us realize, like how things have been advanced now. I mean, now there's all this accessibility plugins that you can just plug into any device, any program, and it allows you to navigate your way around it. But at that time, there wasn't many options. Yeah, and so Harry, we always had lots of fun with him because he was so determined that he wanted to go at the same pace as everybody else. He didn't want us to give him special attention. Yeah, and so I remember we had a conversation one day, and he said, "You know what? I might be blind and I can't see, but I have vision." And that for me, like, stuck with me. It's 9 years already. I still think about it, that for us, I might be blind in different areas, but if I still have vision, it means I can still achieve it. I can still see it. I can still dream about it. I can still think about it. And so let's not like stop ourselves to just think, okay, this I can't see, so I it can't happen. Yeah, and I think that was like one of the most inspiring things for me during that trip was actually meeting Harry, and of course meeting the rest of the team who've all grown up and gone on to do some amazing things. Yes, but Emily, oh my goodness, I didn't know you as well then, like I know you now. I actually want to hear from you. What was going through your mind when we were busy with this training, and what did you think of us?
Oh, wow, Renee. Actually, what was going through my mind, I would start off saying I was kind of a lost soul in there, because I mean the course was specifically social networking training, and I mean I was just there to learn, right? But what I thought of you guys were really, really awesome. You were cool and you were so friendly. So you were easy, you were easy on us, and which really created a very, very open learning environment for us. And then I don't know if you remember, I was very quiet maybe during the first few days. And then later you'd probably notice that I was really talking a lot and I was just all over the class and all that, because then I got comfortable after that, because that is how you guys were to us. I mean, as our trainers, our facilitators, you created this open, healthy learning environment. And that's why, I mean, I just transitioned quickly from this very quiet young girl in the classroom to probably maybe one of the loudest and most talkative and so on. So yes, that's what I should say about my first impression.
And of course, Emily, you were a student, and I know in our next episode we're gonna dig a bit deeper into what you're actually doing now at RLabs and how it came about. But I'm quite interested. Uvatera, you've been listening to this. You joined us, I think, the year after. But just from listening to all of this, has your perception, I guess, of RLabs Namibia changed? Yeah, what do you think? Because I've never shared this with you ladies before, so I think for you it's like the first time you're hearing it. What are your thoughts?
Thank you, Renee. I'm still moved actually. Tears want to run down my cheeks, but they're not coming. I don't know what is holding them back. But it really like also having to look at Harry, because there was also a time we met up and he wanted us to market his piano business. But also seeing that he had a vision and he is able to even market his business himself. He doesn't really need people to do it for himself. So it's something really big. Who would have thought that the skill that he got in 2012 would be of benefit now? I mean, it's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing, yeah. So all we need is a vision. We don't need to see it physically, but we need to have a plan. Where do we want to go? Is it to become a if we don't have a vision, but we can see, we won't be able to go anywhere, because then we don't have plans on going anywhere. But if we are blind, but we have a vision, we see where we want to be, it will really take us very far. So my takeaway here is having choose which vision you need the most.
Thank you, Ubatira. I love that. I still follow Harry on Facebook. He's quite an avid Facebook user, and his sessions that he does at the hotels, of course now they are closed, but before, I always used to love watching him play live and just seeing how he used it. I mean, and he's just one of the many individuals that we started training. And you'll see in the other picture, that's myself and Brent and Christian walking down a hill. Christian decided when Brent and I came back, he's going to take us on another game drive, because he was like, no, man, the last one you saw, everything was so dry. It can get green in Namibia, because I was convinced it's just desert. And he took us to a different spot with more water. And just seeing the green and the lushness, and it just made me, because you get your rain in summer. So, and of course, February is kind of getting to the end of summer. So it meant you had quite a bit of rain. And it just showed like, if you just wait, man, and don't take things at face value. So if we just had a look at, like, I'll just use the analogy of the August month and seeing how everything was dry and even the river had like a little water. But if you just come back a few months later, the contrast is so big, like, and so you need to nurture things, because things need rain. And Ubatera early on, you spoke about the seeds, and that is so true, right? It needs to be watered, it needs to be nurtured, it needs to be an environment with similar plants or shrubs or trees, or because then it grows. And just looking at the contrast in the pictures, it's quite different, and the green looks so beautiful and lush, and it makes you, want to stay. And then, winter's gonna come again, and it's again gonna look dry and dreary and, so brown. And then we have another season again. And so, I mean, it happens with individuals. So sometimes we all have to go through a dry season, and then the rain comes and it replenishes us, and it could be in the form of learning, education, or just even taking on a new hobby, or learning a new skill, or stretching yourself. Like, I know you ladies are busy doing a course now, which is also stretching you. I mean, we actually had some laughs about it earlier on. But it's important, right? It helps with growing. So the next time, when you're done with the course and you have your certificate and thinking about it, all the skills that you've learned, then you're a different person. And so we need we need the seasons, we need the rain, and we need the dryness, so that when the green comes, we appreciate it. So yeah, I think we're going to stop around there, because there's still many years to come. We just did like kind of one year. I think, wait. I have another photo for 2012 still, if you don't mind, Crystal.
Oh, no, go for it. Oh.
So in April, so of course in February, myself and Brent went. And then in April, between March and April, for like a long time, Angelo went and Craig Ross went. And some of our other team, they went down, and the training continued. So it wasn't just a social media training. They then went back, and I think they did events management and project management and different courses. And as you can see, so some of the students were there, and the numbers grew. So we could have different classes running. It wasn't just one topic at a time. And that really showed, like, there was really an interest and a hunger, and everybody started like telling their friends, because it wasn't just like a whole lot of strangers coming together, but somebody might have heard about the course and then encouraged someone else to come. So we continued the digital training and some other training that the rest of the team did.
Wow. I absolutely love it, eh? Today is also Angela's birthday, so it's the 20th of July. we did this recording. So today is the 20th of July, Angelo's birthday. So I grew so excited, seeing him in action. And hopefully when he watches this, he'll remember and reminisce on his experiences in Namibia. Or maybe one day we could actually have Angelo join us. But yeah, just to our listeners and our viewers and it's been really, really, really good. I feel inspired. I feel as if I was also there. So really thank you. Thank you to our leaders, who paved the way for us, but also just the people. I feel really enriched by the story, and especially, of course, Hattie. I'll never forget it. I might be blind, but I have vision, and for me, that is like, you know what? We've been going through a real tough time, in it's globally. But if someone like Harry, he still sees life, he sees the greenery, and I'm saying see because of course he feels it even more. Why not us? Why though, let's not give up on our dreams and our visions, and but I can talk on and on and on about this. But just for everyone watching, there's more. Okay, and if you want to know what happened in 2013, you can definitely catch us, same time, definitely next week. It will be the next week. Yeah, and so that's really it from myself, Christine, and my lovely colleagues, and I'll say girls, no. Yeah, that's an absolute wrap. I don't know if the ladies want to share anything, final words, final excitement, but yeah, we've really got more things, all things Namibia. That's that.
Oh, I love it. I love it, Christine. Thank you for the beautiful rep. And just to touch on is that, who would have thought in 2021 we'll be sitting in a pandemic? So all that kept us going is the inside vision, not our eyes, because we didn't know what is going to happen in 2021, but we are here still moving. So we need the correct vision. I touch on that. Thank you so much. And I hope our viewers will be excited for the next episode.
Oh, I love it. Emily?
Awesome. Thank you, ladies. And as what happens on a series, so this is everything RLabs Namibia series. So what will be coming up next in the next episode, we'll be looking at how Emily started, how she joined more in detail, and also looking at Tara's experience. And also, and at the beginning, Renee spoke as an expert in the Namibian weather, right? Because that is she didn't only come to Namibia in 2011 or 2012, she came back even in 2014, 2015. So we are also going to speak more on that. So stay tuned and ready for those next episodes.
I absolutely love it. Thank you so much, Renee, for for intriguing us today. Yeah, that is it from us.
I'm gonna have a new day job. Honestly, I think I want to be the weather lady.
I think we're good. I think we're good. We
I gotta be the weather lady. Anybody can ask me to come and read the weather.
absolutely.
Bye, ladies.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.